Welcome back to another episode of the Clean Sweep Podcast, powered by JMD Janitorial. I am your host, IJUST MCINTOSH. In this dynamic episode, I'm going to shine light on a topic that touches the very essence of the professional cleaning industry, yet often remains in the shadow, known as the invisible labor.
Stay on point, baby. Huh? One, two, three.
Let's begin by laying down the foundation for a thoughtful episode. In every office building, school, hospital, there are unseen efforts at work. There are dedicated teams of professionals. What is their mission? To reset the chaos of the day into a pristine, sanitized environment for the next. Yet, when we walk into these spaces, we rarely pause to consider the hands that polish the glass, that vacuum the floors, and sanitize the surfaces. This is known as the invisible labor, the custodians, the janitors, and professional cleaners.
This real life.
First of all, what is the nature of cleaning spaces after hours? One may be wondering. The primary reason, very simple, is to minimize disruption. So let me give you an example. If you work in a call center, a daycare center, especially in challenging environments such as hospitals or large corporate buildings, it's very hard for cleaning services to be done during that much foot traffic in and out. At some locations or places, you're going to have multiple shifts. If you're in an office building, you may have what is known as a day matron, where you may have one dedicated custodian, janitor, that services that location throughout the day, normally sometimes between 6 to 2 or 7 to 3. Now, I'm going to outline a case study. And this case study is from my own experience at JMD Janitorial and the challenge our team had to overcome. We had a contract, a 3-year contract with a corporate office, which was a call center, a customer service center. Well, part of the contract is they required a day matron because they had so many staff during the day. They required the restrooms to be cleaned, surfaces to be wiped down, doors to be sanitized, break rooms to be cleaned, microwaves to be wiped down during the day shift. There was also a second shift there. So part of our contract was to provide 6 custodians during that second shift. Now, lo and behold, once again, they're a call center, they're a customer service center. I recall when we first started the contract that I had my dedicated vacuum technicians, or the guys that did the vacuuming, had the dedicated custodians that were going to do the restrooms, because there were about 12 restrooms inside of this location. And then I had the part of the crew, probably about 2 custodians or 1 custodians that was responsible for removing all of the trash out of the bins. Well, one of part of the cleaners that were responsible for doing the vacuuming, they went to turn on their vacuums and it caused a disruption throughout the call center. Although they were on another side of the building, the sound traveled to where the folks were that my team was not vacuuming at that particular time. So the supervisor reached out from that business, reached out to me, the owner of JMD Janitorial, and was looking for a resolution to this problem, because obviously we cannot vacuum while people are on the phone trying to conduct business. So I looked into, because I realized that this probably was not a unique problem, in that another cleaning company business owner encountered the same problems. So I looked into this particular issue. And I found that there are vacuums that you can purchase that are way below decimal. So they're very, very quiet. Now, are they silent? No, but they're very quiet. So if you have a part of the office floor and that department is working on a second shift and they're on the phone, then you can still service that floor without disrupting those particular workers by vacuuming, whether that's under the desk or whether that's down the aisle. So that's my case study. And this is something that you might want to consider if you're servicing a large corporate office and you don't want to disturb or cause a disruption to that particular account.
Got a closet full of phone posits I can stick my feet in. But where the Gucci's or the Giuseppe's, the business meetings. Approach me the wrong way.
Invisible labor. What is the impact of underappreciation? Well, one thing is employee morale. Underappreciation can affect the morale and motivation of your cleaning staff, potentially impacting their performance and satisfaction of their job. As we discuss about the invisible labor, it reminds me as a business owner and a good leader that it's very important that you acknowledge your staff. I've been in the commercial cleaning industry for close to 10 years now, and I've managed staff of 40 individuals. I've managed staff of 4 individuals. And great communication is very important. And it is a known fact that the commercial cleaning industry is an invisible labor, an invisible workforce. Often the cleaning is done at nighttime where the workers during the daytime of that particular contract don't see the cleaning being done. Um, they often may not take the time out to tell your work staff, thank you, not even leaving a note for them to say, thanks for all that you do. So it is up to you as the business owner to take the time out to appreciate your staff, the hard work that's being done, and let them know that you appreciate it.
The greatest story told. Now let the story unfold. Let's go.
So even when you do, for example, inspections, and let's say you're inspecting behind the folks that you designated to do the vacuuming at your facility, because often when I have contracts, I like to dedicate duties. So some people may have one person do everything. I often like to break mines up into duties. So I may have a crew or a person that just does all the vacuuming, depending on the size of the location, of course. But if we're talking about large 10,000, 12,000 square feet, I'm going to have multiple custodians there. And I'm going to have one of the custodians, he may do just the floors. That's going to require him to do the vacuuming, the dust mopping, the auto scrubber, or the mopping, if that's what is required at that particular location. But that's beside the point. The point is, and the fact of the matter is that when you go to inspect behind that person's work and you pull out your performance sheet and you thoroughly inspect that particular section or that individual custodian's duties, then you're going to recognize if they're doing a good job or not. You have to put yourself in a position where you're being as objective as you can be and scrutinize the quality of their work. And when they do a good job, let them know that they're proficient in this particular area. If they're not doing a good job, I wouldn't recommend that you go to them and say, hey, I have a complaint, or you missed a piece of lint on the floor. But overall, you can improve in this particular area, but you're doing great in this or that particular area. It's important that you have that deference. If you are the business owner, you're new to the industry, you're new as a commercial cleaning business owner or just a cleaning business owner, and you're trying to figure it out as you go along. So, as the leader of that organization, you have to be as firm and fair as possible because it is truly fascinating that some individuals at these contracts or accounts, they will complain about anything. They will send a work order about everything. And that energy can be passed down to your custodian once you receive that information, and how you then pass that information on to your custodian, whether that's removing complaint and choosing to use the words work order that you received, that the restrooms were not stocked or restocked last night and was missing paper towel. So it's important that you convey this to your staff. It's important that when they do a good job, you simply say thank you.
Baby, I'm cut from a different cloth. Move quick, you might miss the boss. Rule the world, we got chips to toss. This thing of boss, not familiar.
Now, at this point, let's outline some solutions and steps forward you can take to boost employee morale. Number one, recognition programs. Recognize and appreciate the efforts of your cleaning staff, such as Employee of the Month awards, shout outs in company meetings, or simply saying thank you. Number two, improving visibility. I suggest you create ways to feature cleaning staff in company newsletter, on social media platforms, or on your business's website. Number three, advocacy and support. As a business owner, it is essential that you advocate for fair wages, benefits, and working conditions for your janitorial staff.
Let's go. Take the top off and let the sun shine in.
As we wrap up today's journey through the world of invisible labor, I hope I've shed some light on the critical yet unseen work that goes into maintaining clean, safe, and welcoming environments in our daily lives. The few examples I shared and the insights underscored the importance of acknowledging and appreciating the hardworking individuals behind the scenes. Here is the bottom line. This episode should serve as a powerful reminder of the critical role cleaning staff plays in our daily lives and businesses. Let's advocate for their recognition and appreciation that they deserve. To the JMD janitorial community, I encourage you to take a moment to recognize the efforts of the cleaning staff in your workplaces, schools, and public spaces. A simple thank you, a nod of appreciation, or acknowledgement of their hard work can make a significant difference in the lives of cleaners, custodians, janitors, and remind them that their contributions are valued and essential. Let's not forget that the cleanliness and hygiene of our surroundings are not just a matter of aesthetics, but of good health, safety, and well-being. The dedication of cleaning and janitorial staffs play a pivotal role in our lives, whether you want to accept it or not, often going beyond the call of duty to ensure our environments are not only presentable, but safe for everyone.
One, two, three, four.
My purpose today makes an effort to bring the invisible labor into light, to celebrate it, and to ensure it is respected and rewarded as it truly should be. Thank you for tuning in to the Clean Sweep podcast powered by JMD Janitorial. Until the next time, if you haven't done so already, subscribe, like, share, post a comment. I'm your host, IJUST MCINTOSH. Peace all and be victorious.
One, two, three, four. Move easy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Easy. I got the throne is one of my favorite joints, so I already know. Stay on point.